Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. My name is David Pendleton, and this is going to be my first video when it comes to the Investing with Dave channel. I'm going to focus on a cryptocurrency, which is called AMP. The reason that I'm focusing on this one is because it is something that I believe has a lot of value, and I believe in the overall utility of this coin in the future. This coin has only been around for about 1 year. So when you think about that, it's in its infancy stages of what they are trying to do as a business, for a lack of better terms. We're able to get into this coin at a very, very cheap entry point, which is what I like. It makes the average person like myself able to buy and able to invest in something like this with very, very little money up front. So how little am I talking? I'm talking about 5 cents. This is real time. AMP is trading at 5 cents a token. All right, so if we kind of take a look at the past 24 hours, it's had a little bit of peaks and valleys. And on my channel, I'm not going to sit here and digest and break down the highs and the lows. I'm not going to get really, really technical in it. What I am here to do is to teach people how to invest, show people that investing is not just for the rich and famous. It is for the average, everyday person. And overall, we can be successful with it. I do have to say that I am not a financial advisor, okay? I don't have a license. I don't have anything like that. I'm just a normal guy who got really into the stock market and the crypto market a few years ago. And I spend a lot of my downtime researching and listening to videos, listening to podcasts. So I do a lot of the legwork, for you, for people who are listening to me. Now, the one thing that I like about AMP is that it's affordable, okay? It's a nickel, right? So most of us have a nickel laying, underneath the seats in our car. You can probably, flip your couch cushions over and find that. And it's brand new, okay? Now, of course, with most brand new companies, there's a lot of volatility that could happen. This thing can go up and down. It can go crazy. So when I take a look at a 1 year time frame, you can see this thing is up 700%. You don't have to be a rocket science to figure out that if you would invested in this company exactly 1 year ago and you'd be up 700% right now, you'd be making a lot of money. It's just about, at this point, how much money, would you make? What would your initial investment be? So I'm here to help guide. I'm here to help people understand when I believe is a good time to buy. I'm not going to talk about selling. I am not in it for the selling piece. I'm not looking to make, a bunch of money up front. I'm talking about a 3, 5, 10-year game plan to get ourselves to financial success and be part of the next movement, which is cryptocurrency, okay? So if you want to know what AMP token is and what it does, we can kind of show you right here. We can take you right to their website, and it gives you an overview of AMP. So basically, AMP is a collateral token, okay? It's designed to facilitate fast and efficient transfers for any real-world application. So what does that mean in layman's terms if I were to break this down? So right now, if you were to want to buy something using Bitcoin, okay? Everybody's heard the term Bitcoin. What most people probably don't realize is it takes a really long time for a Bitcoin transaction to take place. So let's say Tesla wanted to accept Bitcoin as a legal form of payment, and I went to buy a car and I used my Bitcoin to purchase that. It's going to take hours, if not a day, for that transaction to go through and be verified. In today's world, that's not a good way to do business. The merchant wants to be paid upfront. They want to know the funds are there and that you have what you say that you have in order to buy that product, right? So what happens here with AMP is basically AMP becomes a collateral token. So while that transaction is being verified, AMP is fronting the money, okay? So it allows a final settlement that's going to be much faster. Like, it's going to take seconds instead of hours or days to complete the transaction when they're using something like AMP. That's what they do, just on a small scale. I really like that. I feel like it's important to have. And the reason why this is only trading at 5 cents right now is because cryptocurrency is not mass adopted, all right? There are very few people in the world that even invest in cryptocurrency. There are very few people in the world who even know what cryptocurrency is. So that is why it is a great time to get in on the action. This is no different than somebody telling you many years ago, before the internet became what it is today, giving you that vision like, hey, there's going to be something called the internet coming out. This is what the companies are going to be doing. This is how it can make money. These are the things that we can invest in. And if the internet accomplishes its goal, then you could have a lot of money. This is no different. Crypto is going to be the future of currency on a global scale. If you don't know anything about crypto and why it's needed, we desperately need a currency that we can all use globally. And here's one reason why, okay? My family and I, we love to take cruises. Love it. If you've ever been on a cruise ship, you're going to notice there's a lot of folks who work on those cruise ships that are from all different nationalities, okay? A lot of those people are earning an income, and it's not a lot of money, okay? But they're earning their income, and they're taking their money that they earn, and they're sending it back to their families, okay? Their families that might live in, Cuba, or they might live in South Africa, or they could just live anywhere, right? Just picture that, anywhere. Really, the only way that they can send that money is typically through Western Union or other exchanges. Those companies charge a ton of money to complete that financial transaction, okay? So wouldn't it be better if we had a currency and the only thing that you need to use this currency is a cell phone and internet connection? Said employee that worked on a cruise ship could send their money that they know they already have and they've earned to their family members for a fraction of the cost of what it costs today to go through a centralized agency, whether it be a bank, whether it be Western Union, anything like that. That is just one itty bitty part of what cryptocurrency solves for. There's a lot of other things to get into that I won't get into today, but if you follow along with me, I think over time you're going to learn more of why this is important and what we can do with it, okay? So basically, AMP is something that makes cryptocurrency transactions faster over what's called the Flexa network, all right? One interesting article that I found when I came across AMP was here by Aiden Lyle, I believe is how I pronounce his name. He gets off by saying that getting in early on AMP token is like investing in the wheel in 50,000 BC. This coin is crypto's ticket to become a mainstream currency. So, if you go down here and you scroll down on this article, they say that they have a lot of big things planned for AMP and stuff like that. But the biggest thing here is that they're supposed to integrate the Flexa network into about 500,000 points of retail. So point of sale systems. This is going to help AMP grow. They go on to say this is not financial advice, but it's my opinion on why AMP is going to be the best investment of the 2020s. Same thing for me. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just trying to give you ideas of what's out there and what's coming, okay? Now, I'm a big believer in AMP. I really like the way that it's going. And when you follow along with me, let's just take this for example right here, all right? If you would have bought this a year ago, let's just go to October 21st. You can see here, it's trading for slivers of a penny, all right? Fractions of a penny, 0.0039. And then we move along the chart and it goes up. This is good, right? We get to here, and then you can see how the chart goes up and down, up and down, up and down, all right? If you follow along with me, I'm going to post updates on when I think it's a good time to buy the coins. We don't want to buy up here, right? This is where people get nervous about investing. Something gets hot and they start hopping in. So on June 15th, this coin was all the way up to 12 cents a coin. And then it drops down. Well, people panic whenever that happens because they're losing money, right? But that's not what we're going to focus on this channel. We're going to focus on buying here, right? And then hopefully rebuying in here and then here. We're not going to worry about the peaks and valleys because overall what I am trying to do is fast forward 5-10 years from now If AMP is able to accomplish what it wants to accomplish in the crypto space, we're not going to be worried if we bought at 5 cents and then a month later it goes all the way down to a penny. All we're gonna remember is we bought it at 5 cents and now it's worth $50, right? Which is a stretch, but I'm just giving that example. We cannot live in the day-to-day of what's happening in the stock market and crypto market, because as long as a company doesn't bankrupt, our money is fine. The day-to-day fluctuation means nothing. I'm starting with AMP because it's only a nickel. That's it. I hope you like this video. A couple things, before I go is, one, if you want to start getting into the stock market and cryptocurrency and you just don't know where to start, I started a Patreon channel or Patreon page that will give you direct access to ask me questions. I can help you get started. I can teach you the ways. That is in the description below. If you want to get started trading cryptocurrencies, I also put links down to different exchanges that I use. If you use my direct links, when you make your first deposit, you're going to get free crypto. I'll get free crypto. It's just one way to support the page. I hope you found this video helpful. If you are listening to this video and you're a member of my gaming channel, please look at the link in the description to join my investing channel, because I'm only going to be posting these videos on here for the first few months, and then I'll strictly move this over to my investing channel only. That way I keep my gaming channel clean. If you found me just through a random Google search or YouTube search and you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. That would be awesome. Thanks, everybody.